People have asked, why do you do what you do? I mean, you can just retire on a beach somewhere, can't you? Yes, I can. We'll find out why. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. Oh, man, I worked out and I'm like not 5x5 anymore. Like 1x1, and my shoulders, my muscles are all killing me, but it's all good. It's all good. Growth is a painful process. And so in order to grow, you have to go through a little bit of pain. And that's just the way it is, right? Everything that grows you or helps you is painful, right? Whether you're working or you're actually producing something or building something or making something better, right? It's going to be painful. And that's the key, right? That's the key for life. And it's really that simple, right? When people ask me, hey, why do you keep working? Why do you keep doing stuff when you can just sit on the beach and do nothing? And if you're not growing, you're dying, right? You're dying. That's it. And so you're always going to be, you can only sit on the beach for a little while and then realize, man, what am I doing? What am I doing? I need to do something with my life, right? And so that's part of it. The reasons why I do these things, right? And why I build like the school. I realized I needed the school. Like the thing is because most people who watch my show don't have any Bitcoin. And the people who go to even Bitcoin conferences don't have any Bitcoin. And I feel like, oh my God, I feel like wanting to smack the black off of them. Man, what's wrong with you? You're coming to a Bitcoin conference and you don't have any Bitcoin? Well, I can't afford it. And I'm like, okay, how much did it cost you to get into this Bitcoin conference? And they tell me some god-awful number. And I'm like, that's why you can't afford it. Your priorities aren't straight. You shouldn't be here. That money should have went to the Bitcoin, right? And if it did, and you hold on to it for a long enough time, you'll be wealthy. Simple as that, right? But it requires a little bit more than that, of course, right? It requires a little bit of a mindset approach to actually holding Bitcoin for the long term, right? And saving it so that you can see the wealth increase. And it's difficult when, you see a small percentage of your money going into this asset, and you're seeing, well, I got 0.001 Bitcoin. It's really sucks. And that's why I built this. I built Satoshi, right? So that you can measure your Bitcoin stack in sats. And because I'm not your keys, not your crypto kind of guy, this thing is actually backed up with actual Bitcoin. And so even if I died, you can actually get your Bitcoin. It's not like I hold it or something like that. And you could actually transfer it directly to the Bitcoin network. Simple as that. So this is why I built it. I spent a lot of time and I built it myself. I built the code behind this. This is just a website to sell you the actual idea. But the code, the boring code is actually that does all the work is here. And it took me quite some time and a lot of effort to build this. Now, it's a little slow, the internet right now, because of because I'm using a Wi-Fi, right? Because I got cut off because I'm moving out of this office here. And so it's just going to take a few minutes. But once this thing loads, right, you'll be able to see that you could actually withdraw your Bitcoins with your TSATs at any time. And even if the website goes down, it's on GitHub. You can, because all the data is stored on the blockchain, the website is only an interface to the blockchain. You could actually access your Bitcoin by downloading the whole website yourself. I kept everything open source, even the Satoshi website, which is a little bit dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So I would not recommend that for most for non-developers, but for people who are like me, this is a lot. I know what I'm doing, right? So, and there it is. Yeah, all your Bitcoins are backed up by, all your TSATs are backed up by Bitcoin. You know, I really hope that I figure out what it is you need in order to pay for the course, right? The reason why you should pay for the course is so that you actually use it and actually do the work, because people who pay for something, they actually end up wanting to do something with what they've paid for. They want to see value come out of it. And so that's why I want you to pay for the course, right? I do these things, the videos free, of course, but paying for the course helps you actually, you know, get the job done and buy in Bitcoin. And that's what I'm looking for. And you know what? It's okay if you don't like what I'm offering. It's okay. It means that I'm not offering the right thing, and I'm willing to keep working at it until I find the right balance, because it's really important to me that you own Bitcoin. And if you don't like what I'm offering, that's fine. You could help me out by letting me know what you don't like about it, because I will keep working until I find the right balance of what works for you, so that you actually learn that you need to hold Bitcoin. Because honestly, the next time I have to say, I told you so, you're not going to like, you're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel good, because things are going to get really bad, right? When you see robots being invented for cleaning your house, when you see AI doing most of the work for us, and of course we're doing more work now with AI here, but that's a different thing. We're just doing a lot more of the same thing, but faster. And so, but it's making innovation a lot faster now, so that all the dirty work is going to disappear in a very short amount of time. And all the wealth that you can make right now, that's the maximum you're going to be able to make when robots can do everything else. So you need to take that wealth that you're earning today and put it into an asset that's guaranteed to go up in value. Guaranteed. You're like, nothing's guaranteed. Yeah. Okay, fine. So you want to continue holding on to dollars and hope that guarantees? Is there any guarantee there? You know that does not. There's no guarantee there. There's a guarantee to lose money, to lose wealth. What are you waiting for? Stop trying to chase after some altcoin. That's why I stopped doing the meme coin stuff. It's over with the meme coins. Stop it. You're not going to make it rich with a meme coin. You're not going to make it rich selecting one coin after the other. Yes, there will be people who do. Yes, I can't say that won't happen. That will happen. But the odds are it ain't going to be you. So with that said, it is my passion to get you into the right vehicle so that you can take that, your hard-earned wealth, and move it so that you can actually have something in the future. That's my goal, right? That's what I'm working for. And yeah, I started these videos way back in 2008 for that same goal, and nothing's changed. And yeah, I tried it with meme coins, thinking that was like I guess that's what people want, so I guess I should give them that. And I realized it's a dead end. It's a dead end. Why give people a dead end? Why? No bother. I'm not bothering with that, right? And so I'm going to focus mostly on Bitcoin, right? Yes, there will be some odd altcoins. I will admit there will be altcoins that I will support, and I can show you one that I will support is T, obviously. The reason why I would support T as an asset that you would own is because if you're using TBTC or TSATs, this is the asset that helps ensure your Bitcoins are safe on the Solana network. So you might want to have a little bit of that as well. Yeah, it's come down a lot, but like everything, it's seen its down days, but it looks like it's at its lows right now, and we could see an upward movement on T, and I have a lot of T as well. So if I'm using their network, I might as well support their asset as their token as well. And that's what I believe in. Okay. I also, if you want to, I have built this website myself too. This is a website that allows you to actually, find the right exchange, and I'm going to be adding exchanges over time. So, if you're interested in trading, you can do so at those those different websites here, x.dej15.com. Links are in the description, and yeah, we're going to be improving this over time. So use that for finding the best exchange. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin. You know what? I was talking to, there's people right now watching this show live. And when I come back, because I will be gone for 2 weeks, if you want to watch this live, you're going to have to join the school. I haven't decided which package it's going to go into, but there will be a package where you will be able to access this live stream. I'm going to be changing the times of this live stream, which I do in the mornings. I do it in the early mornings, and I'm going to be moving it to 3:00 Dubai time, so that more people can actually join. Hopefully, the guys that are here asking me questions and we're having discussions about Bitcoin actually join us in the later on time. But with that said, you can see that we have created a nice bottom, and we're talking about these bottoms, and we're like, juicy. What? And so we looked at all the different assets. They all have the same juicy bottom, and we'll talk about what that juicy bottom looks like. What does it mean for Bitcoin? Right? You can see the juicy bottom is right here, even though we're not on the 4 hour. It didn't do it on the 4 hour. Let's see if it did it on the hourly. Yes, there it is. There's a juicy bottom right there. And we'll talk about that. So, this bottom, right, has a lot of significance, right? Because not only did we have an engulfing candle, right, that engulfs the previous red candle down, green candle. I know we've got color candles here, so let's just take that off so you can see the green. And you can see right here that this green candle pretty engulfs this one. And so this was a positive move. This was clearly going to go higher. So actually, once I saw this morning, because I wake up at 4:30, I was like, yep, I'm jumping in. And I jumped in for a quick profit once I saw this huge move up. So this is definitely a green sign of a clear possible bottom. So it's worthwhile, right, to set a stop loss here. Now, it doesn't guarantee that this was the actual bottom, but it is an indication that there's quite a bit of liquidity down there buying that bottom, so they're going to hold the line there. That's what it means. And they're doing it across the board here, right? Across the board, there's lots of liquidity saying, yeah, no mas to the bottom there. So we have to take a chance, right? If you're going to trade, it's all about taking chances. And with that said, right, I could have I had a trade, but the trade was specific to a smaller candle time frame. When I was looking at the 15 minutes, I think I was right here. Yes, I was right down here where I thought, okay, if that's it, this thing's pumping, and so 20 extra leverage, boom, right up to the key levels here, boom, and that's when it reversed. So with that said, we are reversing here, and we've created like a little bit of a cup and handle on this chart here on the 15-minute. You can see right here, this is a cup, and there's the handle, and we could possibly break out and take us all the way. Let's see here. The target would be, if we're breaking out, all the way to the $113,780-ish if this thing is going to take off. Now, that's one trade, but I'm thinking more of this is the absolute bottom trade where we're going to continue and break out to possibly new highs, right? So it might be worthwhile to create to look for a trade, a bigger trade for a long-term trade from this level. So trying to pick up a few quarters whilst this thing is actually trading. I'm looking to see maybe this thing, we were looking at the 1 minute time frame, and it was looking a little bit overextended as I was considering an entry, and I thought, nope, not overextended. And right now on the 5 minute, we are, looks like we can break down a little bit further before we actually continue higher. So if you want to, if you're interested, let me see if I can find an entry point. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. There's not going to be a clear entry point here. Yeah. So it's a difficult entry point here. I can't say where we're going to enter here. I'd have to wait for the smaller time frames to give me a clear answer. But if I were to hazard a guess here, I would say approximately at the 0.2236, the 236 level. And of course, your stop loss has to be right about here, which is the 106.2. And then we could take this to 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio and then move our stops down, right? Assuming this is going to be a breakout trade to all-time highs, we can enter here, move our stops. Once we get into a profit, we move our stops to break even and see if this thing takes us to the moon, right? And so we don't take a loss after we get in on this trade. So that's what I'm looking at for the next trade. The same thing can be applied for here. We can actually trade the same thing, but I'm not going to show you guys that. I'm going to end that. So it's the same also for the Solana price as well. Solana looks like we're ready to bounce. So let's see if we do. Now, my only concern is that we've actually broken this previous low. So, but we've broken it and we've given it a hard push higher. So you see, this is railroad tracks on Solana, right? Let me just zoom in on that. This is considered railroad tracks. So this is also a positive sign for the Solana trade. And I think so. The Ethereum has a nice, it's an engulfing candle. So that's still pretty epic as it is. So with that said, we can see after today, a breakout on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. We're going to have a great day in the crypto space, probably in the following months. Right. So looking for that in the coming time frame. Alrighty. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'm going to be probably not going to do a daily hodl show because of the bandwidth here, but if I do, hopefully check it out. If not, I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Cheers.